A frustrated young man in his later high school years, about the age of many of you, went to see a guy that was known in the community as very wise. And the young guy, probably around a junior, senior in high school, said to the wise teacher, "I don't know what to do with my life. How do I find my purpose?" "Follow me," the wise gentleman said. And silently they walked together to a nearby river where the wise gentleman showed the young teenage guy dozens of people who were all prospecting. You've seen all the old westerns, and they were panning for gold in the river. And the wise old gentleman said to the guy who wanted to find his purpose, "There are three kinds of prospectors here." "What do you mean?" the young guy asked. He said, "Well, there are people that strike gold right away, and then there are others who pan day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. They just know that there's gold somewhere in the river if they don't give up. So they just keep panning, and they keep looking for the gold, and during the sunny times and also during the stormy times. Nothing stops them." "But then what about the third type?" the young guy said. "You said there were three types of people." And the wise old gentleman said, "The age-old question." And he went on to answer the guy's question. He said, "There are people in life who look for their purpose and seem to find it almost immediately, even when they're pretty young. They have a clear sense of purpose and they pursue their dreams with enthusiasm and heart. And then some other people in the second group look harder, maybe for lots of years. And yet, if they refuse to give up and they just keep looking, they'll eventually find something worth giving their life to. And in my language, something biblical, Christ-honoring that they can do for the honor and glory of God." My words. "But what about the third group?" the young man said. "Who are they?" And the old wise guy said, "Oh, son," the old man said sadly, "these are the people who wanted to know at one point their purpose, but they easily became impatient and discouraged, found excuses to compromise. They abandoned the search. They gave up too soon. And quite honestly, they returned to a life that was filled with the meaningless values of the society all around them." "But can everyone really find their purpose?" the young man continued to probe. And the old wise gentleman pointed to the river and he said, "Is there really gold in that river?" And he answered his own question. He said, there's always gold there, young man, if you have faith and keep following the map. And if you're willing to keep searching while many others walk away." The guy thought long and hard and he said, "Okay, then if I keep searching, tell me how I find it." "Very simple," the guy said, the wise old man. He said, "You just keep on looking. And when you're tired, you keep on looking a little longer for your purpose." The young man said, "Isn't there a way to speed it up?" The wise gentleman said, "Son, there are no guarantees that you'll be able to find anything in life that is deeply worthwhile quickly. The only guarantee is that if you give up and stop searching, it will always be an absolute guarantee that you'll never find it." And yes, he continued to say to the young man, because he could see he was kind of discouraged, I know that the journey sometimes for your purpose can become long and discouraging and costly. Sometimes it takes years of prayerful trial and error. But just remember that sometimes, catch this line, one of your most important purposes in life is to continue to prayerfully look for your purpose. "Okay," he said, "there's just one last thing I forgot to mention." "Yes, sir," the young man said respectfully. Young man, as you're looking for your purpose in life, remind yourself of this final thing. If you quit, one day you're still going to stand alone before the judgment seat of Christ in heaven. And the good Lord will remind you of 4 words. 4 words that will, at that moment, cut like knives into your heart for the rest of eternity. There was silence for a minute. And finally, the young guy worked up enough courage to ask. Sir, he said respectfully, what would those 4 words be? The old man whispered because he knew the weight of his answer. The 4 words, young man, will eternally be what could have been.